Grand Rising loves. This is the altar spread for the collective today. The sacred geometry that is shown up for today's DNA. DNA talks about the pi ratio and how these strands of perfect sacred geometry hold infinite knowledge and information about who we are. But it talks about the evolution of being human, that there have actually been the increase of strands of DNA as we move into 4D and 5D existence. So just feel into that, how your physical self is expanding to hold the higher vibration of our infinite selves, and that our infinite self is really boundless. But we are vibrating as matter so that we can exist on this plane and learn and feel so deeply. So the Time Master talks about time not being a human construct. Interesting. Time being a human construct, meaning that it doesn't fucking exist. And so we are not only limited by the belief that there is time, but limited by the concept of time itself. That do we have enough? Is there enough? And in that constant rat race to complete things within our own constructs. And so what the Time Master has shown up to tell us is that if we created it, then we cannot be limited by it. If we are limited by it, it's our own beliefs of limitations. So really push yourself past those limiting constructs and realize that time actually is not anything but an extension of our infinite self. And it's actually a vibrational frequency. It's not a box to keep ourselves in. So don't confine yourself by time. Use it as the tool of the human experience. So creating in real time and expanding in real time. Chrysocolla is a beautiful stone, and this talks about speaking your heart. And so instead of just letting your voice be used as destruction or for deceit and lies, to instead use your voice as creation, wisdom, and love. And when you do that, it actually expands the heart. So when you honor the heart by speaking creation, wisdom, and love, for all those that get to hear the voice, it actually does the same for them, whether they're able to do it or not for themselves. It just happens. How fucking powerful is that? That when you own your shit and speak from a place of love and wisdom, it just naturally inspires others to do the same. This is the resonant story that I've been saying for fucking weeks. Come clean. Let's do this. Let's return to unity consciousness and open some fucking hearts. Do this. And Amaru, which is the validation and confirmation of all of this, a beautiful place. What Amaru's message is that whole idea of a utopic existence, of returning to peace and harmony and love, is not a fancy dream of a child. It actually is a reality, and it's something that you see in your spiritual knowing that is a possibility. So hold fast to that image and those constructs. And so this whole spread, the whole common thread of this spread is that we are the magic makers. We are the magic makers. We are actually evolving our physical selves we are actually squashing the constructs and confinement of time, speaking our hearts and truth, and speaking this utopic existence into a reality, a material reality. So allowing ourselves to vibrate as matter in a much, much higher and harmonious existence.